My name is Rakel Karlsdóttir. I'm from Iceland, based here in Copenhagen, owner and founder of Rakel Karls Studio. So we do creative consulting and architecture consulting. If a company comes up and say, we need your help of creating this space to be even more functional for us or better in the atmosphere, it could be a lot of things. My specialty is just listen to the client, get all their information, what they dream of, what their vision is, what their focus, what the problem is, what they're needing. All that I collect together. I fold everything out in a certain way and start to puzzle it together. I create a pattern for it. If it's a family of 5 or a brand or like a company with a specific brand, I need to get underneath the skin to understand them. It's always easy in the beginning. Every word I say doesn't mean that how you hear it in your imagination is not the same picture as I have a picture in my head trying to explain my picture. In the beginning, it's usually easy to get along and figure out what it is with words because we have 2 different ideas of what we are doing. Of course, they're similar, they line up against each other. So it's not like it's 2 different worlds we're talking about. But as soon as something visual comes on paper, as soon as colors and material comes on the paper, then when you actually start to have the discussion, start to understand the client, it's the senses that you need to get into. It's not only what he thinks he wants, because we want so many things, but when we actually see it and touch it, I thought it would look different. I thought this will taste in a different taste. That is when you have to capture the right moment for the client. When you have the things, have the materials, the colors, drawings in front of you, that is when you catch those moments in the client's head, and that's where you start to understand them right. So it's always a challenge because we are so different as human beings. From when I started here, the word just spread out. So people have been contacting me over these 2 years. If you want to scale up, word of mouth is not enough. I have to admit, as a creative person, I always have open doors for whatever project it is, and whichever scale it is. I'm always open for hearing what it is. And it might be some part of it that I could do and help with. I'm always open. My doors are always open to listen to what it is. You feel like you're in a town in certain areas in Copenhagen. It's a nice feeling, and that feeling you get is because of the scale of the buildings, because of the details of the buildings. It's the same core. Even though I'm doing furniture, architecture or consulting, seeing the opportunity in each project and solving the problems in each project. And it actually doesn't matter which scale we're talking about. That is the core for my company. From business perspective, you need to be able to work on a certain project within a certain timeline to be able to get the next one and the next one and the next one. If you have a huge architecture company, within that time you have certain hours that you offer the client, that the client buys. Even though the company puts so many more hours into the project, there's still sometimes the projects are so big, like you don't go into the detail. And that's why after interior company, interior design company, interior architecture company comes and gets plugged on, instead of one company try to accomplish everything, you focus on what you're really good at, why the client has come to you, put another company on top of it to be focused on the detailing. It takes a lot of time to get involved with a brand or a person or family. That time, a lot of company don't have. Meaning a lot of company have an overview of how the project is going to be, but the whole detailing are missing. it's totally understandable because they are looking at the big picture and they're solving maybe the bigger problems. It's not a lack of the interest of the client. It's about having a time to solve each and every problem. We're starting this year to create a collectible design. And that's a fine line between the functionality of a product and the art. So what I like about that, what I like and why we're doing it is because I like my stories to have the beginning and the end. And if you think about commercial products, they never have the end in the end. They can be ongoing. For me, sustainable materials is like common sense. Every single object I look at, I always look at what kind of material can we use for it and how are they made. Of course it's better, it's all around. It's not about, I'm doing a sustainable chair. I'm doing a chair. I mean, the technology is amazing, but like 5 to 10 years, the technology we have today, collecting data, I think in the future every single home is going to be more technical, like the car industry. What I really hope what's going to happen in the future is we go, of course, and that's what the industry is like heading to as well, is more sustainable materials. But what about material that actually grows and dies like bamboo? It grows and it's strong. You can use it as building material in some way. You can also use it in a design. But if you don't cut the bamboo down, it's actually gonna die. It's actually gonna rot. It's not gonna stand there as a tree. A tree grows and stay there for like forever. But bamboo, it actually goes away. So that's a material that you should use. It's a usable material and you can use it in different ways.